Hey, True Believers, Englentine here with another Top 10 comic books sold to readers. This is the list that tells you what people are buying, not the Comic-Con, which tells you what the shops are ordering. This is what people are actually walking out of the shops with. And after this, I'm going to go on over to Comixology, the world's largest digital comic book shop, and we're going to find out who wins the digital week as well. Would it be Marvel? Would it be DC? Would it be Independents? And as I say, it's never in the Independents. These are the comic shops that took place in this little pulse from Bleeding Cool, so take it with a grain of salt. And don't forget, if you're in this areas or any of these areas, go visit these shops and make sure that you support your own local comic book shop. So I'm saying shop a lot, so let's stop this. Get on with the list. At number 10, we have The Immortal Hulk, number 10, starting off our countdown. At number 9, we have Gabby Award-nominated Martian Manhunter, number 1. At number 8, we have Venom, number 9. Number 7 brings us Uncanny X-Men, number 4. At number 6, we have Die, number 1. Justice League, number 13, comes in at number 5. People are still excited for Grant Morrison's Green Lantern, so it comes in at number 4. At number 3, we have Jeff Johns' take on Shazam, number 1. Surprisingly, Batman number 60 only comes in at number 2 this week. Doomsday Clock, number 8. Holy Toledo, this is like DC Comics revenge here. Now, I mean, Marvel's been winning the last couple of weeks, but dude, number 1, Doomsday Clock. Number 2, Batman. Number 3, Shazam. Number 4, Green Lantern. Number 5, Justice League. And Martian Manhunter, that piece of crap, ends up showing up at number 9. Wow. I mean, 6-3 Marvel DC with, we have one Image comic. I believe it was Image, or was it Dark Horse? Die, which I gave a great review to. It's on my Patreon page with the Winter Soldier review. Amazing book. I highly recommend it. So, yeah, I'm sorry. With the floppy copies, man, DC came back with a vengeance. But that's my less than humble opinion on everything. Let's see what the comic book shops have to say. Doomsday Clock came out on top this week at FFF, hitting number 1 on our weekly top 10. Die is the new store favorite and was our second best-selling book this week, followed by Batman, our usual top seller. Shazam made it above the halfway mark, selling just 2 copies less than Batman. Green Lantern is holding strong. Grant Morrison has taken the character in a weird direction, but people love him and they love Hal Jordan. Venom and Walking Dead are perpetually on our top 10 list, and this week is no exception. Defenders Immortal Hulk got a small boost from the main Immortal series and cracked the top 10 at number 10, selling out of all the copies we ordered. First of all, I do have to thank FFF for not writing the Rime of the Freaking Ancient Mariner. Usually they're a bit wordy. Saying what, or speaking on what they're talking about here, however, I do have to say Die is one of the better books out there on the shelf. It's definitely one of the better new books. I think you should pick it up, check that out. I'm very happy to hear that it's doing well in the comic book shops. I can't remember a week so stacked with releases. Batman ran neck and neck with Doomsday Clock, and Walking Dead close behind that. Shazam sold a ton of copies too, including new readers I don't think I had ever seen in here before. All that could just be the season. Uncanny X-Men is still trucking along. Winter Soldier and Killmonger also had a lot of people talking. Actually, as a DC fan, I'm going to point out that when everybody was throwing their best stuff at the wall, DC came out on top. Just saying. Just saying. Even when DC threw out a piece of crap like Martian Manhunter, the rest of it still defeated Marvel. Just putting that out there. I think it bears repeating. Also, Killmonger was pretty good. DC killed it this week, especially with everyone wanting the finally released Doomsday Clock number 8. Nothing came close. Solid week of quality books with something for everyone, and next week looks like an absolute killer on the budget. So many heavy hitters. Yeah, I got to admit, I want to not like Doomsday Clock because of all the delays and everything, and the fact that, well, what happened in number 7? I don't remember, but when I read it, it's just a lot of fun, and I am so looking forward to another stacked week. Anything to keep us away from buying Christmas presents for other people, right? Am I right? Am I right? Huge releases. Let's try that again. Huge release week this week with a slew of new #1s on top and the most recent issue of several major titles. DC dominates the entire top half of the list thanks to juggernauts like Batman and Doomsday Clock, alongside strong sellers Justice League and Morrison's Green Lantern, and even Jeff Johns' new Shazam series takes out a spot. DC also holds up the very end of the list with a premiere issue of new Martian Manhunter maxi series. In between this horde of Detective Comics, Marvel manages to carve out some space with Uncanny X-Men, Venom, and the always superb Immortal Hulk. Lord in heaven, I swear I went to school. And this is why I usually don't write my comments down before I read them or state them, because I can't I stumble over my reading, I guess. I don't know. I do sound dumb anyway, but a smarter person would go back and edit that out. And now I'm not actually talking about what they said. I'm talking about how I read what they said. Anywho, let's just move on. Series Martian Manhunter, Die, and Shazam all did well this week. The Great Wicked and Divine, #40, had a good week as well. Big titles like Green Lantern, Justice League, Doomsday Clock, and Batman continue to sell. A strong comeback week for DC as they took the top 5 slots as well as 10th place in our store's top 10. Strong audience support for Shazam and Martian Manhunter propelled both into our top 10. And while we expected that from Shazam, we were surprised by the success of Martian Manhunter. Marvel dominated positions 11 through 20 with 7 books charting there. Our top-selling indie title was Image's Die in 12th place. I'm telling you, Die is a good book. You got to check this out. Also, I think from now on, Martian Manhunter should be referred to as 2-time nominated Martian Manhunter. Just saying. 2-time Gabby Award-winning Martian Manhunter. That's a lot to say, though, so I can understand why you wouldn't. Anywho, let's go on over to Comixology, the world's biggest comic book shop, digital comic book shop, I should say, and let's find out who wins the week digitally, Marvel or DC. At number 10, 2-time Gabby Award-nominated Martian Manhunter, #1. In the number 9 slot, we have the Immortal Hulk, number 10. At number 8, we have The Wicked and the Divine, number 40. At number 7, we have Uncanny X-Men, number 4. Number 6 brings us Shazam, number 1. The Green Lantern, number 2, makes it to number 5. In the number 4 slot, we have Justice League, number 13. Batman, number 60, drops all the way to number 3 when it comes to digital sales this week. In the number 2 slot, we have The Walking Dead, number 186. And just like with the floppy copies, Doomsday Clock, number 8, comes in at number 1. Wow, so Marvel and Image are right now tied. They each have 2 in the top 10. DC's got 6. They're kicking all sorts of butt until you realize that Marvel usually owns the 11 through 20, so at the end of this countdown they could still win. But wouldn't it be nice if it was like all independent and they walked away with one? I haven't announced an independent comic book win, but I would love to one day. Just saying. At number 11, we have Star Wars number 58. It is now 3 Marvel, 6 DC. While number 12 brings us Die, number 1. It is 3 independent, 3 Marvel, 6 DC. At number 13, DC shows up with Nightwing and makes it 7-3 to 3. At number 14 is X-Men Exterminated, number 1. It is now 7-4 to 3. At number 15 is Venom, number 9. It's now 7-5. At number 16 is West Coast Avengers, number 5. It's now 7-6 to 3. At number 17, we have DC Comics stepping up with Adventures of Superman, number 5. It's now 8-6 to 3. At number 18, we have Red Hood Outlaw. It is now 9-6 to 3. At number 19, Doctor Strange, number 9. Makes a push for Marvel. It's now 9-7 to 3. And at number 20, we have The Best Defense, Immortal Hulk, number 1. It is now 9-8 to 3. So after last week's non-loss, DC comes back to win. And I'm sorry, I know it's only by 1 in numbers as far as the top 20 is concerned. But dang, they made a showing in that top 10. You know, 6 to 2 to 2. That's pretty good, especially when you just put them up against Marvel and you realize 6 and 2. I'm going to give it, I'm a big DC fan, so yeah, you know, I'm a little biased. I've never lied about that. Otherwise, I got to say, it was a really exciting week. And you know what? Good books on both sides. Bad books on both sides, too. The X-Men sucked this week in damn near every incarnation. But, and Martian Manhunter, of course, is out there. Twice Gabby Award nominated Martian Manhunter. But for the most part, these books were tight. This was a good week, and I'm so looking forward to next week. So there you go, gang. That's the list. Those are the lists, I should say. And what do you think? What do you think should have been bought up this week? Or what do you think is too high on the countdown? What do you wish made it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, of course, you know the drill. You've heard it many, many times. Please click like, share, get word out about the channel. That's always important. Don't forget, if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe. And most importantly, ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Cool things happen around these parts, and I'd hate for you to miss a moment. Also, please help out the channel. It's the way I'm trying to make a living. So go on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till. Links in the description below. I just dropped as far as the Disney stuff is concerned, the entirety of Neil Patrick Harris at the Candlelight Procession at Epcot. So check that out. I'd like to thank everybody who's already been a part of Patreon, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.